What's going on, guys? Jagira here. Got another video on For Honor, and at long last I have hit Reputation 5 and I've got 144 gear score. I know other people have put a video out like this previously, but the beautiful thing of Season 2 is there's so many new stats you can choose from. While there is some sort of a defined meta build, a lot of people have their own thing kicking off. So I just thought it'd be nice to showcase my new badass looking Centurion and the gear stats he's got. So let's get into the stats. As we can see, we have defense just above positive. This is basically standard for every build, flat out, and the reason for that is this beautiful thing called the defense penetration, which basically negates defense. So you just want to have it above positive, because defense penetration won't get it below that. Yeah, it won't get it won't make it negative, is what I'm trying to say, but it will bring it down to like neutral, so it doesn't really matter. The thing is though, that if you have negative defense, you'll then start taking more damage, which you really don't want, especially as a Centurion, who, while he has got quite a bit of health, he's not as tanky as, let's say, a Lawbringer, a Warlord, stuff like that. So the next stats, which are very important, as we've got here, is Exhaustion Recovery and Debuff Resistance. Now the reason these two are very important, oh by the way, I may mention that the helm, as you can see here, it's plus across the board. So while the benefits are not all, because usually, as we can see here, I should say, one's negative and these two are very high positives. Well, with this one, it's all of them are quite low positives. I mean, Exhaustion Recovery could be a lot higher, but I chose to have them all plus across the board for the reason to have my defense just above negative. Anyway, so let's carry on. Sorry about that sidetrack. So we've got the Exhaustion Recovery, very important considering Centurion is a thing and he will drain your stamina like there's no tomorrow. You want to get that back as quick as possible or you will just die. And Debuff Resistance, this is good against loads of feats, the Centurion's dagger, which he throws, traps, it limits the damage of a fire flask, and all things like that. I believe this also does affect bleed damage. Someone might have to correct me on that, but if that is true, then that is really nice, because bleed damage is annoying as shit. Now onto the chest piece. Got me defense max, me revenge mode defense max, revenge mode duration down. Reason for that is because if I got it plus all across the board, me defense wouldn't be high enough to therefore counter out and make it, just above. So we then go into revenge mode defense. This is very nice, having a little bit more tankiness, especially with the Centurion, because you've got that extra defense and it will give you enough time to hopefully get out of a gank situation, because in Season 2, if you are ganks, your chances of surviving are just slim. So having that defense is quite good, because it will allow you to get out of dodge. And the revenge mode duration, got that negative. You don't really want it going on for too long, even though that would be nice. Your main aspect is to get out of the gank situation and try and get with your teammates. Currently, revenge mode is not in the best of standing because of the Centurion's kick, because you can basically keep that going on and on and on and on. They did in the latest Warriors Den update say they're looking into that, so that'll be nice. Now on the arms, as you can see, defense mode got that negative, so therefore to make it just above positive. Stamina cost reduction, it's very nice, not needed with a Centurion, but still very nice. His stuff is very cheap to begin with, but that combined with stamination regen is just fantastic. You can basically keep piling on the pressure constantly, and that is what makes him so very, very strong in a 1v1 situation, and even in multiple teamfight situations. Always having that constant damage output, those constant kicks, is very powerful. So the weapon got me positive in my attack, got me positive in my defense penetration, got negative in block damage, and I'll explain why. So with the attack, quite standard. Defense penetration, also standard. It's there to make sure that the enemy's defense will be nullified, so therefore they're at their base defense. if I'm making any sense. So basically it will therefore be that their defense is not actually working, but if they're following this sort of standard thing, it won't be negative. And block damage, as a Centurion, no one really blocks at all. What I like to do, and this is quite cheesy, and I'm very sure that this will be fixed in the upcoming patches and when they look into it a little bit more, I will go for a kick. If they dodge it and try and guard break it, I've already queued a heavy attack, so that heavy attack will hit them. If they take the kick, then I will be using my sword into the opposite area of where they're guarding. For example, I will kick, say the enemy is blocking to the left, I'm stabbing them in the right. That sort of thing. So as you can see, they're not blocking, so there's really no point to have block damage. Attack, my heal, as you can see, pluses all across the board because every one of these stats is lovely. Attack is great, execution health regen is great, revive speed is great, especially in the current meta. Because right now, teamfight situations, it is a number game. Unless you're doing one of those 4v4 where it's all very honourable, where it's one fight after the other instead of a massive clusterfuck. Unless it's that case, revive speed is really good because you can just pull your teammate back up into the action, which is very nice and very helpful. Because like I said, it is a number game. If you've got 3 people and the enemy's got 2, you will win unless your team is just bad. And then obviously on Gorg and Guard, we also have this positive across the board because once again, all these stats are nice. I mean, even though Revenge isn't as strong as it's been in its previous formations, it's still very, very good. You obviously will have that unlimited stamina. Your hits as a Centurion, where you punch people, they will now be thrown to the floor. You don't need it fully charged. So, just stuff like that. It is helpful. Anyway, guys, I'd like to apologise. I know the video has been rather short, and I know I have been absent for a few days. I would like to apologise, but don't worry, I will be coming back. There'll be more videos coming shortly. I want to do a few 1v1s, a few 2v2s, obviously some eliminations, some dominions. We'll just talk over them, have a bit of a relax. And also I want to do like a sort of series where explaining how the Centurion, you can use a certain playstyle versus a certain hero. If that's something you guys would like to see, just let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments down below. I've also been doing a little bit of Twitch streaming here and there. So if you guys would like to come along, I'll leave the link in the description below. Just feel free to leave a follow, and then you should be notified by email when I go live on Twitch. Feel free to come along. You can ask me questions, my thoughts on characters, my plans of retaking the Holy Land, anything really that tickles your fancy. So guys, once again, I apologise for the short video, but don't worry, more content to come. I've been Jagira, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.